What's up, everybody? Chris Flick here. Today we're going to be talking about our ABCs, man. And we're not talking about what we're doing in the textbooks, right? Or what you might learn in preschool. We're going to be talking about agility, balance, coordination, strength, and speed here. We have the S squared there. There's two components to that one. So over the weekend, I was at a little party, preschool party. One of Amy's classmates turned, I guess, 5, right? So we're out there and we're talking about physical education. People were congratulating. Hey, Chris, nice. Well, another PE teacher's there, and she was saying, I used to work with the elderly population, so now working with preschoolers and kindergarten is kind of a totally new world. And we're like, well, maybe it's really not. Some of the same qualities that the little kids need are the same qualities that the elderly need, right? Oh, there's 36 million falls every year in the elderly population. 32,000 people die as a result of these falls, whether it be a broken hip, which leads to being bedridden, which leads to getting pneumonia, which leads to death, right? That kind of chain of events. So when we look at developing what is known as physical literacy with little kids, this stuff, agility, balance, coordination, speed, strength, all of those components there need to be revisited throughout life. You know, when you're 30, when you're 40, when you're 50, we need to stay on point here so that when we are 50, 60, 70, we're not going to be one of those 36 million people that has a terrible fall each year, or the 32,000 that perish as a result of this. Now, how do we develop physical literacy in kids? It's like that old school PE, man. We talk about this stuff all the time. I work with 8-year-olds, say, 9-year-olds, 10-year-olds. They could do all this fancy soccer stuff. They could do all of this incredible football running, route running stuff, or throwing the football, perfect precision. But they can't do a forward roll. They can't do a cartwheel. They can't jump rope. This is backwards here. We need to shift our focus. We need to get kids focusing on agility, okay? What does that mean? Changing direction really quick. Balance. Can we stand on one leg for 10 seconds? Can we do that and catch a ball, all right? Can we do that and hop up and then stick the landing? Things like that. Coordination. Can we jump rope? There's kids that can't jump rope. Youth, middle school, high school, it doesn't seem to really matter. It's something that's not being done. Can we get a little jump rope again? In terms of strength, all right? Can we just hold a plank for a minute or two? Can we hang from a bar? And then from there, can we actually do a push-up, all right? Can we do a chin-up? Can we get into a good squat position, okay? Because we have to have the mobility, we have to have the physical ability, which in my words, is going to be mobility right now. We have to have the physical ability to do some of these moves first. And then secondly, we have to, put a little bit of strength on top of that. Lastly, speed. Are you running fast, man? There's this guy, Marty Gallagher, who's probably in his 70s now, a legendary coach in the strength game. He said he was at a park when he was probably in his 60s, right? How many 60-year-olds do you know that could sprint, right? Not too many. Well, he said he had to one day because there's a dog that got loose, and he had to run and go save somebody or save the other dog. I'm not exactly sure the details of the situation, but all he said is that day he realized he needed to do more sprint work because he was not as helpful as he wanted to be, all right? So we need to keep that in mind. It's our ABCs, our physical literacy, what we need our young kids to be able to do. We need to revisit this throughout the rest of our lives, man. Hope you guys like this one. Peace.